Good morning and welcome to Everybody Love Juju 1-2 Talks Hoops. I'm your host, Juju. Check out my bio if you want to know the origins behind uh, that nickname for me. It's a play on my government name. And what gives me the right to uh, create and storytell and discuss hoops at the level that I do. You can find that out in some of my bios on Instagram, Facebook, um, Twitter, and YouTube. Now, I haven't been pre-scheduling. I'm getting back into the flow of women's basketball content creation behind the this season, 25-26. Um, you know, life was lifing, and it took me away for a while, but I'm back. Today is Tuesday. What is today? I'm sorry. I'm retired now, so I don't even pay attention to the date. No, but Tuesday, November 25th. It is almost 9 a.m. Here on the West Coast. And so, I don't know who I'm going to be able to capture and come in because my folks need a little heads up. They got jobs and they're in school. So, but you can go back and hopefully, if you're catching this, you know, if you're catching this recording later, please go ahead and feel free to ask questions, comments on anything that I've said. If hopefully I get hopefully if you join me and we come in and we get a good discussion going, uh, then we can touch even further on some of the just some of the announcements and topics that I've discussed. But I usually like for you guys to, I like for you guys to join me on the panel or join me in the comments so that we can go over, the upcoming events that are going to take place this week. So as you know, this is Turkey Week, excuse me, Turkey Week for some. Things that we're grateful for, things that we're thankful for. Uh, I'm still trying to decide if I'm going to. Hey, Tulip, thank you for joining, Tulip. I'm trying to decide. Am I going? Yeah, I was hoping you was going to get back. I came up here to find out your times. Give me 1 second. Um, I was hoping to come up here and just kind of like tell you my schedule for the rest of the week uh, as well, if you cared. I will be attending the USC uh, basketball game tonight at the Galen Center. Uh, Galen Center tonight at I believe 7. We play Tennessee Tech. Okay, and I think games like that are going to be really good for the Trojans. It's time for us to kind of play a team that will, that is unranked, gives us a time to get some cohesiveness with our team, get some chemistry going, um, work on roll. What's up, Chicago? Right? Don't you think so? I think so. And and hey, listen, I'm never going to right now. Right now, I'm never going to just be like, yeah, I'm playing an unranked team. So hey, this is going to be a cakewalk because I've seen Davidson and Rhode Island, and y'all can name some more. Give some of these ranked teams a run, bro. Like I've seen some stuff where people are getting knocked off the pillar, knocked off their line. You know what I'm saying? And winning, and it's exciting to see. I have a few favorites: Richmond, Belmont, South Dakota. I don't even know if I want to say West Virginia because West Virginia, as exciting as they are, have always been on my radar. So I'm not surprised. But yeah, yeah. So playing Tennessee Tech tonight. Not sure what they're looking like in non-conference, but I'm excited to see my girls before I go to Vegas to catch up with this players area tournament, which I'm looking forward to seeing. I'm surprised more people aren't talking about it because I think when Duke got into hot water, I'll put it nicely, I think Duke kind of messed it up. The let's say the competition, because the competition is heavy. Texas and UCLA, South Carolina to play Duke. That was going to be the way Duke played last year in the Elite Eight, I guess, right? Um, and challenged South Carolina at their core. I thought that they would come back this year or this November. One is one in their lick back, one in some revenge, one in to bring some smoke. But whatever is happening down with Carlos and the Duke Blue Devils, we'll never know. Maybe we'll see a 30-30 one day and we'll learn about it. Who knows? Um, Duke, if everybody remembers, in my eyes, was on a roller coaster anyway. So, but anyway, and then people like that who are hungry and desperate and maybe needed to have a come hither moment with God, with one another, or maybe the locker room needed to have a meeting without the coaches and dissect and figure out what's happening with them. Why aren't they playing at the top tier level that they were predicted to? Then maybe they'll come out smoking. I don't know. And if not, South Carolina moves to the following day, Thanksgiving, to face either Texas or UCLA. Either way, the tournament is not going to lose any sleep. It's just that, you know, South Carolina will be able to kick back and watch the game. Actually, I think they play after Texas and UCLA. But I'm interested in seeing Texas and UCLA. UCLA is ranked third. Texas is ranked fourth. Will Texas knock them off to take over the third spot? And will Texas then knock off South Carolina to move into second? What shall we say? Okay, so we'll take a little break there. We'll see what Chicago says, and then we're going to get to your news, Tulip. I want to hear all about it. UCLA's biggest three-point shooter will either be out or be playing on limited minutes against Texas. Their biggest three-point shooter. Who is their biggest three-point shooter? Who, Dukalets? Who's out? Well, who? Speak up, Chicago. Who's hurting? What happened? You know something I don't know? I don't want to lie because I feel like I heard something, but it was just kind of like on the. Let's see. Texas Longhorns 5-0, Bruins 6-0. Las Vegas 2 p.m. Eastern. Bottom line, number 3, UCLA squares off against Texas and Las Vegas. Bruins 6-0 non-conference play. UCLA is 5-0 against opponents with a winning record. The Longhorns are 5-0 in non-conference play. Texas is 5th in the SEC with 19.6 assists. Game led by Roy Harmon, 6.4. Who averages 6 points. That's a lot of assists. UCLA averages 7.8 made three-pointers, 3.2 more made shots than the 4.6 per game Texas gives up. Texas averages 49.5 more points per game than UCLA, who allows their opponents 53.3 points. Hope you can hear me. Top performers, Lauren Betts is scoring 15.2 points a game, averaging 7.5 rebounds. Kiki is averaging 14 points, 7.2, while shooting a whopping 44.9, almost 45%. Jordan Lee is shooting 36.4 from beyond the arc. That's good. 1.6 made 3 points per game for the Longhorns, while averaging a 14.6. I'm glad to see Jordan Lee getting some shine. I mean, I didn't understand that last year. She was so ready to go. She was chomping at the bit. Glad she's in there getting her time. She probably would like. Is she a junior now? Sophomore? Madison Booker's averaging 17.6 rebounds, 3.8 assists, and 4 steals. Nice, Madison. Okay, so with that being said, if you want to share Chicago, while I get to Tulip, how did your 100-meter go? I'm gonna get to that, Chicago. Uh, how did your 100-meter go? You ready, Tulip? Are you there? Come on now, I'm ready to talk to you. Because you know me and my ADHD, I'm gonna move on to something else. I want to know. How did it go? What you think? Was the wind kick? Oh no! All right, Julie. First, I made a mistake. There's no mistakes. What mistake you made to it? Every race is every race is different due to conditions of the track, condition of weather, um, opponents, lanes that you get. Like it's a lot of things that go into 100 meters, but I'm ready to hear. Texas Longhorn is the best team in the Players Tournament, in my opinion. Wow. One thing I like about Chicago, Cheetah, is Chicago is never afraid to go against any grain. She's never afraid uh, to look outside the box and to look at things very, very honestly. And I'm like that. Like, hey, good morning, Miss D. Good morning. Oh, yes. And I'll say that's a compliment, Chicago, because like I'm like that too. Everybody can be leaning towards this way and leaning towards that way, but straight up, like I'm looking at, okay, what's happening with them right now? What's going on? This is what should happen. But right now, I've been looking at these teams, and this is what I'm gathering. And you said Texas, and I'm going to remember that. And if I can get up and go live, I want you to join me because I'm going to tell you all about your theory. So first of all, with Texas, Chicago says winning it all, that means for sure they're going to beat UCLA. They're going to face up against South Carolina, no doubt, right? No, that we don't have any doubts about that, right? And Texas is going to beat South Carolina. Wow, yeah, I love shakeups. Texas Longhorn is the best team in the Players Tournament, in my opinion. Okay, y'all heard it right here on Everybody Loves Juju 1-2 Talk to Chicago said it. Chicago is the best team in the Players Tournament, and her opinion right here. I'll take you for your word. Longhorn. Okay, I started to watch Notre Dame game, which didn't finish until 4 a.m. Oh, you what? No, I didn't think I would have to tell you that. I didn't get my sleep in. But I read a 14 flat. Okay, this is kind of like around where you, okay, which is a 12. Excuse me. Excuse me, sorry. Which is a 12-8, 100 yards converted. Okay. Because I remember you telling me something about 13-9, but what you're saying is you didn't improve because you noticed you didn't get your sleep, honey. And I don't know. I didn't think I had to tell you that. Okay. I don't know. Yeah, you were aiming for 14-9, but from what we were talking about and what I wanted and what I was giving you some pointers for, I was going to get you past 13-9. However, tell me this in the chat. Was the win crazy like you said it was going to be? Because then that would be a great time that you're at, regardless of the sleep. Tell you another little secret. It's not the sleep that you didn't get the night before. It's the sleep that's the night before the race, okay? Because of the fact that anxieties, excitement, adrenaline is flowing the night before that you might not get the rest that you needed. It's not going to affect your race as much as you think. It's the night before that, okay? That's the night that is the most important, just in case you don't get sleep the night before. So think about that next time, and think about this time. Did you get the night? Did you get sleep? Not the night before, but the night before the night before. Ask yourself that. All right. It was cold. Okay, it was cold, but not too windy. I like it a little bit warm, personally, and that's where obviously we're in winter, so you probably would need to wear some tights or something like that. Okay, it was cold, but not too cold. Slight headwind towards my face. Okay, okay, which is keep your chin down. Okay, I can't. I ain't mad. At least at least you know that not getting enough sleep the night before didn't throw you off that much. So don't worry about it. You live and you learn. I have the 40 coming next week and then another 100. Okay, cool. The 40 will help. The 40 getting out, working on what we talked about is going to help your 100 for the next time. And I can't wait to hear about that. Okay? Don't worry about it. You live and you learn, right? Like I said, it's the night before. The night before, get that sleep because you probably are up watching Notre Dame game, getting yourself all amped up. Um, so it probably didn't hurt you that much. All right, Miss D. I can't remember what Miss D said. Miss D, what was your prediction for the Players Heirs tournament? Tulip, what is your prediction for the tournament championship? Who will, who in your opinion, will be the winner of this tournament this week? Put your stuff down. I'm gonna make sure I get good sleep before the next race. Thank you. You must do that. You must do that. And if it is, and then it's only one race. Should be. I did four events, so sleep was important in high school. Who are the Gamecocks playing before they play UCLA? Nah, 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 nah. We don't know UCLA or Texas. Duke. And y'all, that's what I was saying. You already know what's going on with Duke, so that's why we're saying South Carolina is going to play UCLA or Texas again, unless uh, unless Duke has a serious meeting, and they do a 1,000% turnaround because Duke is not even in the top 25. I think they just shut them down, given the voters and the coaches. They just like we can't keep giving you God's grace. We in favor and mercy. Like we can't keep doing that. What you do, you know. And speaking of that, like it's not looking good in public opinion. Still early though. Public opinion with Kara Lawson being the head coach for the USA team. And speaking of the USC team, as I announced yesterday, our very own USC Juju Watkins has been invited to training camp, along with some of the newer faces of Paige Beckers, Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, Lauren Betts. Um, and if I missed anybody that's sort of kind of new, go ahead and throw their names in as well. It's very exciting. Of course, more than likely, Juju will be there to attend the very important fittings and meetings that will take place. Obviously, she can't participate in any skills or any ball playing or anything like that. So don't expect her to do that. So that I would assume that she will not be in attendance for moral support for our Trojans as we play UConn on December 13th at the Galen Center, and I will be there. Yes, I will be there. This was supposed to be a great year for Juju Watkins and the Trojans, and especially for our only lone freshie, Jazzy, who's going to work alongside of Ju on the court, not experience as much gravity towards her as she's experiencing in place of Ju. She's not there to play like Ju or to take Ju's spot, but she's definitely playing that two spot shooting guard, and it's a very heavy position. I believe that at USC, but I say Jessie's holding her own. She's holding her own. I see her confidence. I see her. I see her. I'm very proud of her, to be honest with you, because um, the amount of ranked teams we're playing and top teams that we're playing can only make us better. We got no smoke. Our schedule was really geared for the momentum that we was going to carry from last year over into this year, and it was only going to make us stronger and only make us better. And it's still going to do that, in my opinion. What up, cool RC King Lion? Yes, yes, yes. Let's see. What have I missed, guys? I decided to. Okay, I didn't get my sleep. Hey, good morning. But I ran, got that. Okay. Who are the Gamecocks playing? I told you that. Why did the Gamecocks get to play trash? No, we didn't know that was a trash team, Tula. We did not know that. Duke was like, came in and ranked. What did they rank? You got 6? Duke did that to themselves. Nothing they can do. We all thought when that schedule came out, it was like we were like, whoa, this is the place to be. I'm going with South. Tulip says she's gonna go with South Carolina to win this thing. They have the easy route to the final. We are ready to show the world what Texas is made of. Hook 'em, hook 'em. Listen to what the chat said, what Tulip said. Because South Carolina has that first easy game, and more than likely, I believe that you and UCLA are going to battle it out. They play early on Wednesday, okay? Like about 11 a.m. on the West Coast. Then I think you don't come back and play till Thursday for the championship. I believe like 5 o'clock, Nevada, Las Vegas, West Coast time, right? So you do get some time, but I'm sure you'll be up and gotta eat lunch and gotta get with your team and film and blah blah blah. It's not like you just jump up at 3 o'clock, put your sweats and your uniform on and go warm up. There's a whole lot that goes in between, but at least you're not up at 6 per se. Okay. Um, a lot of people are sleeping on the depth of Texas Longhorns. You hear that, Tula? Next year, y'all have the depth I was talking to you about last stream. Oh yeah, they got some recruits. But remember, Tulip, they got those recruits, but those are babies. They're still freshmen. It's exciting to see freshmen come in, especially when you come in and you layer on top of what's already there. But you're going to lose a lot of seniors. So when you layer your team, and I am excited with with what they have, but it doesn't, to me, um, lift them up as much because they're not number one in the country. They're not like what we're bringing in, but they're bringing in pieces that fit what's missing and what they need to surround with Madison Booker, Jordan Lee, um, and whoever else. Oh, Brad Cunningham. So I agree with you, but then at some point I kind of have to say pump the brakes because unless these are some exceptional freshmen, um, I don't expect them to take over the country. Do you think that the defending champs? Do you think that the defending champ? Do you think that the defending champs question Huskies are in trouble of losing? I mean, they almost lost to Michigan. I mean, I say never. On any given Sunday, and there's always the chance of a team losing just for having an off night. Okay, so but I think the real question is, will the Huskies go undefeated? Can they do that? I think that's really the bigger question. Um, I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think they're in trouble. Michigan's a good team. Michigan is more like, with the way they played, they're more like a top five team. So I'm really trying to study this. I'm really trying to study this for a reason, because I really want to give you my honest thoughts and opinions, and I'm going to be able to see. Give me a second. Um, but let me see Texas and UCLA. I've seen South Carolina. I'm going to see them again. I'm sorry, LSU. I can't really. You're not you're not playing them, so I can't really say much. You're going to get your challenge in the SEC. I'm going to be able to tell you a little bit more after. Tell me a team that you think that the Huskies are heading to face that could, you know. I know Hannah Hidalgo gonna give them hell, just her by herself, and the rest of the girls on her team are starting to. I watched another game by them, and I'm starting to see them. I'm starting to see the logic behind, uh, and the theory behind what Coach Ivy has put together, and they're looking a lot better. They look like they needed more time, people to be in the right roles, because some of that stuff that I saw before we played them, I was like, oh my God, they can't dribble, they can't think, they can't, like, what is going on? They're trying to go as fast as Hannah, and they're just fumbling all over themselves. So it's like they found pace, they found roles, and when she got them in the right roles and then with the right pace, with Hannah slowing up a bit, um, they look totally different. So they play. I want to see how she goes up against UConn. Then I can tell you if, uh, believe it or not, Notre Dame. It's like, yeah, I think us and Notre Dame would be kind of like give them a different look with defense. And I think when Michigan played them tough defensively, I started to see them get a little bit rattled, but they can't be broken. So yeah, UConn is the team to beat for the championship. Period. Hey Jude, Tulip, Cool Water, what's up? Let's see. I picked UCLA to win the Players Tournament. All right, King Lion. I got me a Texas, I got me a South Carolina, and I got me a UCLA. Okay. Jude, what grade did you start running 100? Oh, my, you know, I'm trying to think. I only did 2 years of like middle school. Like I started seventh grade at a junior high, and then I moved from Southern Cal to Northern California, and then they only went to middle school. So the first middle school race I did was a 100-yard dash in tennis shoes on an all-weather track, and it was just a day event. It was just a like it was a track event. It was like at the end of the year. It was pretty hot out there too, and I ran a 12 flat, 100 yards. But I remember in the seventh grade, he made me race a boy at PE, sixth period, and he clocked me and it was a record. But the PE teacher wasn't there, didn't believe it. She didn't take the male PE teacher's word for it, and then I ran a 12 flat when I beat him, and they tried to make me do another one, a back to back one. Of course, it wasn't going to be 12 flat, like that one. I didn't beat him the second time because it was like back to back. I was right there, it's close. Um, and it was like on slippery rocks. It was like this gravel stuff. I can't remember if we they put me. No, they couldn't have put me on that, and I ran. And I think it was like they found a smooth part for me to run on. But I know that I ran 12 lap because the following year I did it again in tennis shoes. And then by the time I got to track in high school, uh, I ran 12 in spikes on dirt, 12 3. 12, 12 3. I think it was like 12 3. I don't think I've ever started off like 12 8 and then moved myself down at 14. It was like 12 5, then 3, then 2, then um, 100 yards, 100 yards, 100 yards. Oh, well, and then 100 yards I ran. Oh, and then I finished ninth grade with 100 yards of 11.7. This is about me getting stronger. It's about 11.7. Not the 11.7 I told you about was meters because I could run by the time I did run my last 100 yards. They just did it one time. And then there was meters constantly from sophomore year on. But there was just one invitation. They wanted to do them. I don't know why they did it that way, but we did one last 100 yards just for records and my senior year, and it was 10-8. So my 100 yards last 10, uh, well, probably at the time was the fastest in the state until because everybody in the state had to do it. So I was in the top 1 to 2 people that ran 10-8, 100 yards in the state of California. Okay, so you know, love me some Jazzy. Periodically, time to time, I do a little series on Jazzy and our freshman campaign. Word, thank you. Pump my Jazzy up. That's my girl. I'm so glad. Like you see her filling up the stat line. You see her feeling a lot more comfortable. You see her. I'm glad you guys don't like. Well, she had 8 turnovers. No, don't do all that because that's a freshman. You had some crazy turnovers too. She's gonna get it. She's getting comfortable. Even though you guys are back to number 18 where you started, I still believe you guys will be fine. Oh yeah, look, I mean I know who we're playing and I know what we're doing. Kara Dunn is leading in team rebounding and she's been balling. Kara Dunn, I think we need to look towards her now. I think she's feeling more comfortable and found her shot at playing like the all ACC player that she is. And I think we're going to look to, and then I think we just define London's role a little more. Um, because she's driving a little bit too deep into the paint and getting stuck, kind of doing like what Kaylee did, kind of like what Malia used to do, um, and getting stuck. But I think if with that offense, if that's something that I never really seen London do before, I think that's something that has to do with our offense because somebody's not cutting, somebody's not doing something that is a when she's getting when they collapse on her, it's supposed to be a someone open that she's kicking it out to, but that's not working. So when they look at film, they need to figure that out because it's the same exact thing that Heckle used to do. Texas is getting too many good players. Recruits doing tulip things now. I'm getting a little mad. Yeah, they did. Texas did it. They did. I ain't gonna lie. Addie Bourne and Bree Crittenden. And I always say there's one more, and I can't remember who. I wish somebody helped me remember that. I gotta look it up again. Tulip said, "RC, I ain't gonna lie, your Bruins are cooked next year. Everyone is graduating. Y'all didn't recruit anyone. Not yet. Not yet. There's still, that list is looking the way it's looking, but just the way we were number one, their list is. I mean, we still got time. We got Porto. We got transfers. We got internationals. You never know what coaches got up their sleeve. And Corey Close will go international on you in a minute. It's now or never for UCLA. They can go all the way this year. That's right, Tua. That's right. I know I say everyone's UConn, but until we see differently, I feel you. I'm like UCLA. Like this is a core group. It's been together the longest. come on, you got to do it. This is your time. Jazzy's leading Trojans in 4 out of 5 important statistical categories. The only one she isn't leading in is rebounds. Get them, girl. I saw that. I did see that. I saw she was leading in all those categories. I was like, God, dog, Jazzy. But did it smooth too. Just did it real quietly because London was leading in scoring at first, and then I saw all the categories but rebounding. Then she started trying to take her little tail down there and get some boards, which we need her to do as well. Betts, Rice, Dukelis, Hawkins, Neekins, etc. are all seniors. It's man, to they on that alone, they need to be getting down because that's just ridiculous. Because all these other teams, they're not seniors. South Carolina's not all seniors, and Texas isn't all seniors. I'm like, come on now, like UCLA, what are you doing? Hey, big girl, what's happening? Good morning. I want to come up with you guys because I'll be leaving out of town, and I want to be able to touch bases with you because I haven't decided if how how I'll be in touch with you because me, I'll be in Vegas for the tournament, and I don't know how I'm gonna hold it in what I'm seeing. You know what I'm saying? I gotta be able to let it out and talk to you guys. But I'll be driving back Friday early because if to try to make the USC game. The USC game is uh, Kids Day, and it's at 2 p.m. So I don't know what the traffic's gonna look like coming back, and if I can make the 2 p.m. game, and if I can make the 2 p.m. game, that's what I'm shooting for. So you won't then hear from me. Doing it that way at 2 o'clock, then I think I can like regurgitate and spill it all out to you what I saw like Friday night if I'm not tired. Tulip, I'm fine. Hunkies will not. Uh, Huskies will not go undefeated. Okay, King Lion. You talking about UConn? They won't go undefeated. Okay, because that program has done it a couple of times, I believe, in Gino's career. So it's not uh, too impossible for that to happen. Why didn't Corey go hard for some recruit? Jersey is the only good one left. I don't know. That's a great question. Maybe she got something up her sleeve. Hey, listen. In this NIL world, a lot of it has to do with money. Okay, let's just be honest. A lot of it has to do with money. So I'm not saying UCLA doesn't have legacy donors and people that can do that, but you know about Texas. Okay, hell, USC. Now we got money. Big girl, too. I'm fine too. Thank you. Hey, you in chat, Bear Beauty, Bear Beauty, Bear Beauty. Tula, we have 2 foreigners coming over, but I think they're just 3-star recruits. Like I said, this UCLA gonna look really, really different. Corey better pray. Portal love on her, correct? Yeah, exactly. But still got Sienna Betts. The entire Notre Dame starting 5, apart from Hannah, are seniors, and they'll be gone next year. Yeah, but did you see? You didn't see what Nell ended up getting? Nell is up there. She rose up there in terms of top recruits in the country. I don't know why they all wanted to come and play for her. Maybe because I think a lot when you start to see alumni coming back, it shows a lot of respect for the program, the coach. The coach, even though I don't think Skylar played for or Jewel played for Neil. I think they played for Muffin McGraw, who was an amazing coach. Um, it it says a lot, even though people left, but it still says a lot. And that woman came up with some recruits too. You need to go. You need to go Google that, sweetheart. She got some folk coming. Oh, so I said this at the top of the show. The players tournament I think we got South Carolina plays Duke, Texas plays UCLA. Following day, they play for the championship, and I get to see the losers of the other of the first day play each other. So it's a lot of knocking off, knocking down that's going to go on. Who do you feel is going to win that tournament? Some say South Carolina, some said to me UCLA, and others said Texas. UCLA versus Texas, and Gamecocks versus Duke. Two of them just said Silosaurus is that shorty. She really is. We knew that. But she got, You know what? Sila got to stop, like, only like showing up big like that for top ranked teams, and then when she's not playing a top ranked team, she seems like a mere mortal. But I finally watched the second half of the Michigan UConn game. Man, she went unconscious. She deserved to win that. Sila deserved to win that game. Sarah was holding it down. I said I give Sarah was the best the first half. AZ was the best in between. Sila was that dog. Her shots were unconscious. Okay, way more unconscious than AZ's were. AZ's were predictable. I know she's gonna spot up shots. Dude, that Silosaurus, man, you gave her an inch, she took a mile. I was cracking up. So yeah, that's some sort. Yeah. Sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not. But she looked even better than quicker release this year than she did last year. She's a difference maker. UCLA and South Carolina. Big girl said UCLA. Okay, so you think it'll be UCLA against South Carolina for the championship with South Carolina winning, big girl? You ran a 12 flat in seventh grade. Yeah, yeah. Eighth grade too. Like not not consistently like that. It's like, what's your PR? What's your personal best? What's your personal record? If someone were to ask me, I'm gonna say 12 flat. Yeah. And you're in the 10th grade right now? Okay, so 10th grade, I was running meters. So crazy because it's probably like 11 A's. I'm probably still like 12 flat, 100 meters, something to that effect, which would be like 11 8, 100 yards by the 10th grade. That's when I cut my. I'll tell you a story about that later, but I cut my leg. I didn't go to this Central Coast section meet, which was going to take me to the state meet, but I had the fastest times in the 10th grade. I probably would have been number one in Northern California, but I would have had to run the Central Coast section against that champion there. But I broke the record, so they were running 12 flat. So we probably would have ran 11 8, 11 9. It had to be raced. Me and this girl, my 10th grade year, 100 meters. So I had to wait a year, come back, fully recovered, and then that's when I did the win 8 at 11.7, 100 meters. Tula, yeah, that Mia Jacobs, 16.7 points a game. Her teammate Katie Fisso is a passing wizard as well. Who's that? RC? I've heard of her, but not managed to see her play yet. RC said you should check out. Oh, Nyla, it's Nyla. Hey, for UNC, it's Nyla and Rainey. Tula. It's not just Nyla Brooks. It's Rainey. Yeah, she's freshman. It's Brianna. Oh, not Brittany. Okay, Brianna Crittenton. Thank you for that correction. Brianna Crittenton. Spates the point guard. Okay. You talking about for North Carolina? Bree, Addie, and Lily Spate. Ah, that's who it is. I knew it was another person. That's the new incoming kids from Texas, we gotta look out. I like that. I like that. They actually look right. They fit for them a lot to me. I'll have to check her out too. If I haven't watched North Carolina too closely since Deja Kelly, yeah, check out North Carolina. They are Tulip. Is North Carolina supposed to win the ACC? You got them at the top for the ACC. Tulip plays anyone else who wants to chime in. AZ Fudd really number one draft pick worthy. Real talk. Is she? No, no. Anyone else feel like AZ Fudd is the no? And listen. This is not a knock. This is not a knock on AZ. I just have a favorite, and I've had it for a couple of months now. But I'm starting to see ESPN and Hunter Cruz and people. Not to say you know I'm on their level or anything. I just when I saw Awa Fam, and I'm not saying she's just perfect, she's just the best. This da, 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 I just feel like her game would translate to the pros so much better in so many ways that the pros a team like Dallas could really use it. I would put AZ with Paige not because of their relationship, of their personal relationship, but because of it. I think on the court they played super well together. They have nonverbal communication. They know each other, where each other wants the ball. Like they play off each other pretty well. So that would be an advantage. But I just feel like you need a unicorn like Satu Sabu. You need a stretch four, okay, to go along with Maddie Seacrest and Paige. And I think our fam is that. And I think AZ Fudd would be lucky to go number two, even though I think Olivia Miles, I think Olivia Miles might be a better spot for the Lynx because I think that she's a true point guard. Hear me out. Hear me out. And but I think for the betterment of AZ to learn behind McBride, she's just another McBride to me. Late, not the young McBride, but the McBride of as of right now. I think I think that she'd be lucky to to go play with Cheryl Reeves. AZ would. We can't. Oh, Key Lion said we can't be projecting with UCLA. We have to be projecting with Texas. They are the team to be in terms of depth. To beat. Yep. I felt like, if you're talking about this year, King Lion, I feel like that UCLA has depth. That's why I think that game is so close. I think that UCLA has depth. I think even maybe without uh, Sienna and Tamia. And what if Sienna pops up playing? Like I don't know if she's not going to play, but then I got to give her. I got to give her grade her on a curve because she's coming in. She might be coming in when conference starts. Nyla Brooks, RC, check out Nyla Brooks. So that game is going to be really close. So I think they're even with the depth. King Lion, what do you think? AZ is not number one pick in prior draft, but this draft is more deep and top heavy. She could be in this one. Iowa plays UConn in our final non-conference game, Drew. Iowa plays. Oh yeah, they do. I said we would go undefeated in non-conference play way before the season started until we ran into UConn. Yeah, but it would also give you a hell of a lot of experience. How's Chit Chat doing? Six undefeated seasons. That's impressive. Ivy knows how to recruit. Yeah, she does. Let's see what she does with the goddamn players. Who's worried about Iowa State? I don't know, but they sure are ahead of us. Juice Silent was looking like Reggie Miller. Yeah, yeah, with the Knicks. That's great. That's great. That's great. That's great. Okay, yeah, yeah. I would say that. No, 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 no. We don't talk like that here. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. To answer your question, Cody looked good yesterday. I just need her to be more confident with her threes because her percentage is good and her form is not bad. But what's going on, Tula, with the rest of the team? What's going on with the rest of the team? That's what I want to know. Okay, big girl. Big girl. Okay, big girl says South Carolina to win the tournament. I think they'll win the tournament too. But I just got to see how they're going to do this. Is this going to be a battle? You know what I'm saying? Are we going to see a good game? Are we going to see South Carolina battling, like how they handle Betts? How do they handle Joyce? How do they handle Raven? How does Kiki handle Raven? Like, I want to see them too. Because I'm already going to see Texas playing against South Carolina, obviously, you know. But I'd rather see UCLA play South Carolina because this is going to be determine who's going to play UConn for the championship. Juju, did you watch Davidson versus Baylor? I sure did. I sure did. That was so good. I was cracking up. I even saw the Rhode Island upset. That's the title of my show. Something that some of the in my description I talked about. We mentioned we'll talk about like some of the upsets. I think they're so. I think it's so cool the parody in the games. Uh, I'm still here, guys. The parody for the teams and the players is just freaking beautiful. Love to see upsets. Like that. Y'all, I love seeing upsets. I can't help it. I want to see, great games, challenging games. I want to see programs that, you know, are trying to, because that grows the game. Everybody can't go to all the top teams. What if you can have like between 12 and 15 players on your team, and then how much time are you really going to get? If you're trying to go pro, you don't always have to play in the blue blood system. You know what I'm saying? You if you got it and you good, you'll go. We didn't score for 8 minutes and still beat Miami. Jew. Coach Jan Jensen has us playing defense like C. Vivian Stringer Day. That's right. ACC is a mess. What? Not good this year. Why? Because your normal teams you normally see at the top aren't there anymore. I mean, I know what you mean by that. I know what you mean to it, but why you say a mess though? They're trying to figure it out. RC, which Iowa State? You talking about Iowa or Hawkeye? I think he's talking about Hawkeyes. I'm definitely. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure you're talking about the Hawkeyes. I have a handyman supposed to be coming at between 9 and 10, and I'm just trying to keep my eyes on my cameras. She has the highest ceiling. I agree. I don't think Betts is number one though. Nah, I think we've determined that unless she turns something a big time around. What's up, Jonathan Gonzalez? Hey now. Hey, what's up? We all love Sports One. Thank you guys for coming in. I'm sorry if I'm not getting to you fast enough. Thank you guys for joining. Uh, the Hawkeyes coach and demands defense, if nothing else. Well, that other lady didn't. I mean, she did with her big self. And I love Gabby Marshall. I thought she was great. She wanted to pursue something else. I thought she was good. I want to see her really, really, what if she really was like WNBA material. How did your 100 meter go? Oh yeah, we were talking about her 100 meters. She says she stayed up the night before. She said she pretty much to me ran the same time. She didn't get enough sleep, but really, it's not the night before an event that you're going to compete in. It's the night before that you got to get rest because the chances of you having anxiety or being um, not able to sleep is going to be the chances of that is going to be high. And if you get my coach told me in high school, if you get sleep, not necessarily, you got to get sleep the night before, trust me. But the one before that, that's going to be the deciding factor. The Hawkeyes coach Jan, the men's defense, okay. If nothing else, our offense needs work at times, but we're doing enough to be 6-0. You are, and you're higher than the Trojans right now. She's not, but I don't think you guys are higher than us. Oh wait, maybe you are. And right now, RC, we dropped in our Big Ten standings, by the way, because we were like fourth behind UCLA, uh, Maryland, Michigan, and I think it was us. And now it's probably like UCLA, Michigan, maybe Maryland, maybe you guys. So you guys, Iowa, Jan ain't playing. She ain't playing with us. She gonna come. She gonna try to get us. And I want my leg back, but I want my leg back. I want with Jude, but I want it before Jude get here. I shouldn't have watched that Notre Dame game. I was tired as hell. Yeah, that was kind of like 4 o'clock. Ooh, that was. You stayed. When I woke up, ran 14 flat, which is. Did you feel tired, Tula? Did you actually like feel like sleepy when you were out there? Cool. RC, I like what I saw against Miami. They looked a whole lot better than when Cece was there. Hannah Stokey played with heart. She did. And Hannah Stokey, RC, Hannah Stokey is impressing me. I like her build. I like her body. I like her speed. I see growth in her. I actually, she always had it though, because I caught a couple of her games tapes from high school, but she's always been her. Like, she definitely can go pro. We all love sports. One, Tulip girl, I told you to get some rest. Is that good? She didn't improve, but she didn't like run terrible. What should I aim for in a 40? My personal best is 5.5. With a quicker start, you can knock off those 5 seconds. Like I mean, how could I compare you to me? Like I don't know. I mean, Tulip. For me, I had speed. All I needed was strength. Because I played basketball. I wasn't a track person like all year round. Like you feel me? I didn't get the strength conditioning that they are supposed to quote unquote get in the in the winter. I was playing basketball, so it sounds to me that you have a strength issue. Like you need to go run some bleachers and find a hill. You find some hills, you find bleachers, you do push-ups. Because everything I told you, like, is pumping your arms. You know, maybe I'll show you on screen about this drill I would do when I would sit on the ground in front of TV during the whole commercials, and I would just pump my arms, and so that I would get the 90-degree angle on your arm. I have to see your form to tell you what to correct. But you got to get some strength in there. That's what it seems like you're lacking. Because when I got my strength together, that's when my times dipped, big time. I mean, I skipped a whole category. Like I think I went from 28, skipped 27, went to 26 one time in the 200. How's everyone doing? Culinary Century, UCLA is winning the players. Hot take. UCLA is winning the players era tournament. You heard it right here, right live. Hot take, hot take. Culinary. But top that tuck. Tell us why. You right, Coolwater. RC. She needs to. She is undersized. Brazil's here. Brazil's here. I can't run a 5 flat. That's like NBA. No, it's not. 4 something is. I don't even know. I never ran a 40. I just ran a 50. I don't even remember what that was. I can't run 5. That's like, that's not NBA. They're like 4 somethings. Hey y'all. All right, so did I get everybody's prediction for the Players Era tournament? And are you gonna watch it? Because the finals is gonna be around your dinner time. What time you guys eat Thanksgiving dinner? Because it's 5 o'clock on the West Coast. The Players Era tournament. Oh, they have this tournament in Vegas this year. It's called the Players Era tournament, and it consists of the first game on Wednesday tomorrow is UCLA against Texas. South Carolina plays Duke, and this is when Duke was. It feels like a Final Four. I actually thought that was going to be the Final Four, and then Texas came out. Then Duke came out with some BS. So South Carolina's going to have an easy win. Ciao, ciao, folks. Oh, you gone, Brazil. Thank you for stopping in, Brazil. Hit that like button for me, will you? And hit that notification button. And don't forget, anyone new that has joined me today, I welcome you to subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, and come back anytime, comment. Let's talk hoops. Jonathan, who do you got? I don't know, Jonathan Gonzalez. Who did you say did you have for the Players Era tournament win? And who do you think will be in the finals? We Love Sports One says UCLA versus Texas. That's going to be really interesting because I think they're both got depth. Somebody said that they felt Texas had a little bit more depth than UCLA. I know it's hard to choose, but why aren't you saying South Carolina for the win? They are ranked number 2 in the country. Wouldn't it be obvious that they would win this? Or is it because you feel that we haven't seen them play the number 3 and the number 4 team, and that's the only reason why they're ranked number 2? See, this is going to determine. This is crazy. This is going to determine this. This is going to determine this early on. This is going to determine this early on. Texas and South Carolina will be able to sort it out in the SEC, but once they play UCLA, they don't see UCLA again until the tournament. So okay. So you're an SEC girl. So whoever is in the SEC, I guess that's either Texas or South Carolina. That's either Texas or South Carolina. Texas will beat. Ms. D said straight up, Texas will beat UCLA in a close one. I think it's going to be close too, Ms. D. UCLA are a Final Four bound, in my opinion, even though they knocked us out of the tournament. Us. You must be. Are you okay? You must be LSU. Okay. Tulip said Gamecocks get the gimme game versus Duke. They got the gimme game. Duke. Well, Texas and UCLA have to scrap it out. I know it's tough. I know. All right. Tulip says Gamecocks for the win. And I feel like Gamecocks, because of that freaking gimme game, which means to me like, and this is back to back game, so it's kind of like it's a real tournament, So I feel like it's gonna test their heart. They gotta grind it out. It's gonna be a grind out game. It's gonna be a low scoring game, but it's gonna be like who got the better defense? Who got the better defense? Honestly, who got the better defense? When you say South Carolina? Yeah, she said yes. Tigers, Tigers, Tigers. Okay, got you. I gotta remember that. What if the Blue Devil and exactly culinary? That's what I said. Surprises all in one against South Carolina. That would be interesting. That would be interesting because it would be like they went in there, they got together and fixed whatever it is that was going on with them. But even still, they still weren't ranked at the beginning of the season like they were ranked six. So they weren't, to me, in it anyway. They were supposed to be playing and getting better and better, and they did just the opposite. Like it's like they're trying to find themselves. They did. It's like you watch and they got strong defense, but it's like, where's the offense? Why isn't the defense converting to offense? I think UCLA players can score better than both teams, but I'm not a fan of Corey Close, but she got some good players to score. Exactly, exactly. And that's why we were saying that UCLA, if you're gonna, you need to show your cards now. You need to put you need to make these games a statement game. You need to put the country on notice. Are you like, here's your opportunity in November to put it on, put people on notice, and then carry it on into uh, to March. Use because they got scores. They can come at you in a whole lot of different ways. A whole lot of different ways. That's why it's like any for me, any obvious with a 6'7", Charlize Ledger, Kiki Rice, Duke Ledge been playing together, Hopkins. Who else did we were saying? Um, I feel like I just missed somebody. And they still don't have Sienna on the court yet, and they still don't have Tamia. So any team that loses to Duke needs to fall out of the top. Damn! You think Duke will play South Carolina tough? I don't know. Like, I don't even know who they are. I don't know what it is that what's going on. What about defense? UCLA guards can't defend. Who's stopping Maddie Jordan or Aaliyah Crum? You'll see. You'll see. They're lengthy. They're very lengthy. They're very tall. They're very tall. Duke had no chance with South Carolina team. Last year, Duke maybe, but not this year. Misty, I'm assuming. Yeah, we're just assuming like they are sports one. They are, or I get it. But what if it was like something that they just woke up, they corrected? I don't know. Aisha, UCLA guards are not bad. They're not bad defenders. Their guards are not. I don't know why she said that. They're not bad defenders. Aisha. Okay, we all. That's not why. Dude. What, they're limp? You don't think that they can guard the perimeter well? And they're fast too. You know what? Remember what I said. UCLA is faster than you think. They got a fast game. They got a group that they can get up and down the court. Duke lost 4 offensive sets. They have no identity. They don't. And then their defense wasn't even what I thought. I don't know what the heck happened over there. Whew. I don't know. I mean, Alucci probably saw that coming, and she's like, "I'm out. I'm out." And now I got now she's in my conference. Now I gotta see Alucci run up and down. I'll be at the Maryland game, so I'll tell you what Alucci looks like. South Carolina can win the tournament. But what? Okay, look, it's hard. I don't know. I don't know. UCLA, South Carolina, Texas. I don't know. I can't say, but I have to go with South Carolina. But I still don't know. I honestly, I'll go with them, but I don't know. I can't think. I know. That's what I said. Sports one. I don't know, because we know, but we don't know how people are going to show up on this trip with this travel. Who's feeling good? Who's sick? Who's healthy? Who's silently injured? You know, um, what strategy uh, do they have coming in? Like, I don't know. I don't know. Texas has athletic quick shift guards who UCLA is locking up Texas guards. Yeah, see, I don't know. And that's another thing. Remember, Oldacre kind of went out with an injury, but they got Brea Cunningham because Oldacre doesn't start Sports One, but she's a backup to Brea. And I think when Brea gets tired, that's where she's gonna have a hard time with inside against UCLA and Lauren Betts and South Carolina. So that's I know if South Carolina makes those silly unforced turnovers, they can't do that. They can't do that and want to win. They cannot do that. They got to clean that up. Jaquez clamped Aaliyah Chavez, who's super shifty. Yeah, Jaquez had a lot of training running around trying to guard Juju. So, but Juju's more 6'2". Um, Chavez is 5'10". Brea's okay. Yeah, Brea, you know about Brea Cunningham? Oh yeah, we still don't got an update for Oldacre. Damn, one of these things are not like the other. one of these things, one of these things is not like the other, right? Right? I don't know. I'm thinking they holding out Sienna till January to it. I mean that's, I mean damn. I'm like if she go all the way and miss December, I'm like, what did you hurt? What did you do like to hurt yourself? You know that's the thing. Like Sienna, what did you hurt? Damn near tore something. Yeah. So we've done this the other night. We went back and forth the other night. I talked to you about the USA national team. Uh, and and mind you, this is not like the team. You know, the players like Asia, Sabrina, all of them. They're kind of like a lock, so to speak, to be at the next. I'm sure there's like a next level to tryouts and stuff, but they're sort of a a lock, and then they'll go head to head up, and let's see if these youngins can and over the next year can we'll be sitting some of them down. Hold on, guys. Okay. Sports one. Oh, I'm not sleeping on Texas. Yeah, not sleeping on Texas. Jordan Lee finally playing her. That's what I said. Sports one. I think the coach is finally figuring out, like, letting her get in there and do her thing. And then, yeah, and then when she would get in the game, she would press and go a little bit. She would show signs of brilliance last year, but then she was like pressing so hard, that she would make mistakes, but it was like, nah, that kid needs to play, or she needs to go. She needs to play. I used to say, that's my point, Miss D. Yeah, this is gonna be. I wasn't. I made a decision at the last minute because I found out my closest friends are going to uh, travel to Vegas for the holidays, and I was like, hey, that's where I was going to eat anyway. So let me go on and um, get up with y'all, follow y'all, and it's at the Mandalay Bay Hotel Casino. So I'll stay there, and I don't got to drive nowhere. Just come right down into the Michelob Ultra Arena. I'll be my first time there. I thought my first time going to that arena would be to see the Aces, but now I get to do it for the tournament. So pray for my. I'll be traveling in tomorrow. I'm gonna go to the USC game tonight, and then I'm gonna get up early and hit the road to Vegas. Yeah, I'm going to the game tonight, and the game is at 11. So I would have to get up and get on the road about 5:30 to make it to Vegas before 11. Yeah, thank you, Miss D. I was thinking the same thing. Like, yes, yes. Wish me safe travels, guys. Wish me safe travels. I want to talk to you guys so badly, and I got to figure out how I'm gonna do this. Um, if not, look for me. Uh, if I'm not too tired Friday night, because USC has a game at 2 o'clock on Friday, and I'll be pulling into town around that time. I hope I have fun at the event. Yes, 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 yes. I think it's gonna. It's I hate big letdowns, guys. This should be a great event. It really should. They really need to be playing their butts off. I know it's early. I know it's the end of November. They're still playing themselves into shape and still playing themselves into, uh, you know, chemistry. And I don't think any team is showing all of their tools either. Like what we see now in November, December is not necessarily what you're going to see during conference. There's still plays, still skill sets that are not going to be what we're going to see there. But from what I'm seeing, it's just really like teams gutting it out, stopping, slowing down, and trying to run some sets and things like that. And they make errors with real live defense because you can do it in practice, but practice and games are two different speeds, two different entities, and that's why you see a lot of turnovers, or you see unforced turnovers. So I don't really think it's going to be a high scoring game. Like if I was South Carolina, I wouldn't try to run up the score on Duke. I would just do it organically because you're gonna have something the following day. Because I think Texas really want to beat your butt, and I think UCLA wants to maintain, psychologically, uh, the appearance that they are better than the Gamecocks. So that's why the finals is gonna be crazy. I think it's going to be a defensive. I think it's going to be a defensive game too, which you already know what that's going to look like, right? But I hope it be like some exciting moments where we got some free play, we got some freelancing, we got some a little bit of everything, to make it you know a good thing. UCLA want to win to boost their absolutely, absolutely, because they're in third and they want to be in that second spot because who's playing UConn? Nobody. I don't think anybody's playing UConn in that group. Let me think. Wait, is Texas playing UConn? Tulip, is Texas playing UConn this year? How do I feel about Tennessee? I think they're still learning. I still think they're missing a couple of pieces, but I like them. I'm not as high on them as I was when they first came in because of their hockey style rotations. But I think they don't drop off when they do make the switch. South Carolina get embarrassed last year against them. They want revenge. That's what I'm thinking, Miss D. Look, they can say they not, but yeah, yeah. And if it happens again, not if the opponent's defense is on strain. If they got, yeah, yeah. It's the two. Ain't gonna change it, whatever it is. Change that. I like their recruiting class, but against the top teams, I think Tennessee will struggle. They're still not there yet, huh? They're still not there. They're trying to get there. I forgot she said she don't do summer workouts. Oh, what's up? You coming in? I was just about to shut it down. I gotta get ready to get ready, finish packing and get ready to get out of here. Do it live, Mike. What's your? Oh, let me get your thoughts for the players. I'm going to the Players Era tournament, and so what's your thought, D? What's your thought? Who is going to win the tournament? I like how hard. I love how hard my USC team is playing. I do. I know, like Mike. But if you want to come up and take over and give your take, you're welcome. Just let me know. And um, catch the show. Go back to the beginning of the show. Fast forward. This is what we're saying. Pretty good conversation today, I think. You think it hurts players? Um, UCLA finally gonna play a few ranked, unranked teams. So that's how USC. That's how I feel too. It's time for us. It's time for us to play some unranked, some unranked teams to kind of build our confidence, find our roles, to find some things, tighten some things up before we play UConn. Because once we play UConn, we play Washington before that, University of Washington on the 7th. Then we're gonna play UConn. And then we got to get ready before we get into the Big Ten schedule. So I'm out the loop right now, but I was actually surprised at how well Jazzy's playing. I knew she would be good though. Surprised in a good way or a bad way. I like the way she's playing. She leads in all statistical categories except for um, rebounding. I think that she would have. We threw her in the fire. She's playing a harder freshman schedule than Juju ever did. Juju had a Ohio State knocked them off 32-point performance and things like that. But Jazzy got thrown in the fire, and I feel like, you know what? Yeah, she's a little nervous in here and there, but when she pulls it together and gets herself together, like the girl is bad. The girl is. I'm like, Mama, look, you're playing like the number 2 team in the nation. You're gonna play the number 1 team in the nation. You play the number 8 team in the nation that beat the number 17 and the number 19 that beat the number 17. You're playing like top teams, like it's not like in a space. It's like one after another. It's not really like you got this break in between when you're going up against them. So and then Kennedy, we're asking you to. They were like, "Oh, her offense." Kennedy has always had the ball for offense. Don't do that. I actually met Ken, got me, gave me a hug, and we talked. Look, Ken's fine. Ken's just doing a lot of different things for us, and I know from being in her position, guarding the best player on the court or the point guard on the court, and you want me to produce offensively, is a lot. I think she's doing a great job. I like how the schedule is. I love how the schedule is for them. I love that she went through that. She got thrown in the fire big time. She got thrown in the fire harder than Jew did. Where do I think Jersey Robinson's going to go? Wow. I just don't think she's going to South Carolina, but I could be very, very, very wrong. I just don't think that she is, but if she does, good for her. I think I've heard Don wants to work around this kid, and it would kind of surprise me that she does go. But uh, I remember talking to her last year around November, and I could just the look in her eyes when she said, "I don't know where I want. I don't." I said, "She's like, I really don't know." Like it's probably stressing her out right now. But I wouldn't stress if I were her because of the fact that like it's different than my day. It was a life changing decision in my day, whereas now it's like after your first year to if this is where you should be. You pretty much know, and depending on the reasons why you might not think that program you chose the right program, you can leave. You got the portal, and you don't even lose a year. So I don't know what the stress is. Kenny was a player in high school, still is. She was a hooper. But look, we got to play her teammate Puff. We going to Cal in December. I was supposed to be going to that game. We playing Cal Berkeley, and Puff is the I think ACC Player of the Week freshman, and Puff is balling. So, and I really think with Sakima that came over from South Carolina, Sakima playing really well at Cal. She a big tall body. Like I feel like I can't say we gonna walk in there like with Jude, yeah, but I don't know. Like I don't want to get upset by Cal. I really don't. But it's not going to be an easy game, in my opinion. Maybe they should not be do the trapping defense all game. It's yeah, yeah, yeah. That's true. That's true. That's true, Misty. That's true. I finally caught Juju's live. What a miracle! Well, you need to hit the notification bell. Wow, shoot. Where have you been? I was like, dang, did I do something to watch you? Come on now. And I'm trying to wind it down, telling them I'm like trying to finish up my packing and get ready to get down to LA so that I can go to the USC game, and I got to get up from LA in the morning to go to Vegas. And now you guys want to wait. Now this is the time I you know, should have came on. She still she still is. She's one of my favorites. Yeah, I think you're talking about Jersey or Kennedy. I want to see Jersey Sanaya match up again. Sanaya completely clamped her. Overtime. Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, well, if you want to see that, then Jersey needs to go to South Carolina. Okay, because we'll be playing South Carolina in South Carolina next year, which I plan to be at. And Sanaya will be, God willing, everything healthy and ready to go against Jersey if she chooses South Carolina. That's what I was saying the other day, Julie. The numbers don't do Jazzy justice. No, it doesn't. You have to watch the game. She's in a lot of stat categories for sure. And I mean, she had the game winning shot again for us against Notre Dame. And I think that really hurt her. It didn't break her spirit. It's not going to break her, but it definitely. Coach G, shout out Coach G. She drew up the right play. She missed the layup. That was it. She just missed the shot, and I bet you it's a shot that she would never miss. She just did it at North Carolina. Like she was on her way to solidifying herself definitely as a Big Ten freshman of the year, a national freshman of the year. But she'll have other opportunities. She's gonna have other opportunities for sure. In a good way. I'm excited for next season when you come back, but it's gonna be up. It's gonna be up, yeah. But I noticed other teams. That's what I wanted you here because it's like we were talking about Texas. Texas picked up some great recruits. I think Notre Dame picked up some great recruits. Who else, guys? I think there was somebody else ahead of us. We dropped down, but I think that South Carolina will still be strong. LSU will still be pretty good, but we can never tell because I don't never face them, so I don't know. You think she'll come to LSU, come down to the Bayou, even though I'm from Detroit? I just, she's such a Cali girl, so I'm just trying to figure out where does LSU and South Carolina play in her. She's a sweet kid, though. It's kind of a Bible Belt, right? South Carolina. I think those are sweet girls over there. I think she could fit in pretty well over there. It's a lot different. uh, than Southern Cal. Not USC, but Southern Cal in general. So I just, and she's a real tight with her family. I'm like, oh, why didn't she stay on the West Coast? So it's kind of hard. I don't know. I feel her though. Like, where does she fit? I think USC knew Juju would get injured. They would have started with a softer schedule. Nobody can foresee an ACL. Yeah, I don't think they knew that schedule was already you know confirmed when Juju was healthy. Everybody wants to go to BR. BR. Oh, shoot. It's BR. No, we all love. What's up? Jersey is a flamboyant player. Do you think Don Fitz? Big girl, I didn't want to say it. I didn't. I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to say it. I was like, I didn't see that fit. I was like, oh Lord, here we go. Another full body situation. Yes, her, Grace Kennedy were winning. Oh yeah, they were the bomb. They were the bomb. And it wanted to knock my juju and them out. I don't know. I didn't know you was from the D. We all love up though. Yeah, Miss D, I think you from the D. That's cool. Of this talk of schedules is hypocritical. I mean, we have some comp, but people still want to complain about LSU's schedule. Right. I like the way she does it. Actually, it's kind of like gets to be not real challenging for some of the like players like Lajay that need that comp in the beginning. But you're gonna have so much comp in the SEC that it's the reverse of what big it's the reverse of what Connecticut does. Connecticut has comp in the non-conference, not comp, no comp in the Big East, and then here they are always in the Final Four. So like almost always in the Final Four. So it's kind of like I don't know, whatever works for you. I'm not complaining. Why Skimmer never play as I don't know, but the way I didn't think she was good, but when I seen her playing for Cal, she looked really good, really good. I actually can see her talent. I don't know. I don't know. I actually could see some ability. Like I really can. I don't know. Maybe when maybe she found out they were gonna get Medina Oko and thought like, well, there I am. I'm not gonna get no more time. Like I don't know. But you all do need another backcourt when Raymond and Latson leave, so Jersey would be good. Vanderbilt has a sorry ass ice cream schedule, zero comp. Literally, they play nobody, and literally they shouldn't play anybody because they don't have anybody. But Michaela and somebody else. It would be nice to see LSU play just one ranked team. Kennedy is playing like what we expected last year. I see a lot of good stuff in Kendall. Like she's a sophomore and she's been thrown in a gauntlet. Like I just wish that little injury didn't happen when it happened last year. It changed stuff. Cause I've been watching her for a while and it's like it changed some stuff. But I think what it's doing for Kennedy is gonna make her like much more well-rounded, complete player that any team is going to always need her size, playing that kind of D with some offensive talent, can shoot from the outside. Mid range is cool. Run out layups. I mean, in person, super athletic. Literally, I saw her snag a ball out of the air that was going across court, like, and then she's like a DB. Like it's like she's. I literally had to look up at her. Like I was sitting courtside, and I was like, "You jump way up there, good lord." Uh, Georgie Robinson needs to make the right decision, and that out of the choice that I saw would be LSU. All right, you better talk that talk. Maybe I'll see her at a game over the holidays. Maybe I'll get to see her again. Hey, Gigi, been around about Butcher Lives. I never know when they on sometimes, but glad you're back. Thank you. I know you've been there through everything that I was going through life is life and with mom and stuff. And so thank you. I heard on Seth's channel that they had sent out condolences and gave me like, well wishes, and I thank all of them for that and all of you for that. I appreciate it. It was a real spiritual journey I went on, and I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to be back, and I hope you join me more, Washu, even if we don't agree. It happens to everyone. No one's mad at it. I think Dawn will change up a little bit. Yeah, Gottlieb draw some crazy good plays. She did. Washu, come on, man. You gotta like. Oh, she don't make adjustments. She don't do this. She don't. I'm like, shit. I don't know what you guys been looking at, but I've been seeing a whole lot of stuff, in there with that read and react. See, the thing with our offense is once they grasp the read and react free flow offense like that, they're gonna love it and they're gonna get it and they're gonna be in a lot of games. You know, matter of fact, I feel like we were in the game. Like people say, "Oh yeah, the third quarter, South Carolina." No, they didn't. If it was the last minute or something, we was in that game to the fourth quarter, and then they took off. I think we just ran out of gas. My gal Malia is looking like her right now. I know. Did you see my pictures on my page with Malia? I love every time I tell her to come here, she like, oh yeah, there's Julie, and she'll come. Because I was telling her in the first game, I said, don't forget the hot touch. Did you hear me say that? Because you started to the arm bar. She's like, yeah, I did. I said, look, that's gonna be to your advantage. You're gonna average some higher steals this year because you're gonna be in people's shirts with the hot touch. And I'm just so proud of Malia. Like she was in there like getting after South Carolina, little by little Malia. I was so proud of her. But I don't know. Her and London at the top, they're too short. That wasn't really working. For me. But I don't. They're very. The coaching staff. We have a new coach, Jeremy, and Nikki Blue, and Coach Burns doing her thing on defense. And we have Coach G with her pro experience and just being Coach G, just very intelligent, smart coach. I love our rotations; they're pretty good. Everybody just Gerda, she's still learning the language, a little language factor, but they really get along. Um, just gotta get London. Not don't shoot us out the game too much. Like she pulled back a little bit. Find your role, find your spot up, be ready to go. But there's so many good things with this team. Even and I'm so like trying to like fix this team and try to see this team moving forward so much, forgetting that like we're playing without Juju. We're playing because there's a point in the game where you just know Juju would take over. It's like they've done all they can. They're exhausted. I mean, they've exhausted. Everyone's played up to their abilities. Now it's like we need Juju. And that's where she would have stepped in, and that game would have looked so much different in South Carolina. Period. We lost by 17. Shit, you don't think Juju would have more than 17? You crazy. Girl, finally, Flau'jae will be gone. Why does it feel like, that is so funny, Sports One? It feel like Flau'jae been there, and I knew this was going to happen. When I knew that she could leave, I was like, maybe she should go to the WNBA. Because she's going to be playing with a lot of young heads. And there's too many guards. And so I was like, every time I see Flau'jae, I'm like, you still in the league? Like, I'll be feeling like that. I'm like, Asia, you still here? She taking up all my freshie shots. Yeah. Even though we need her. Yeah. Sports One. Absolutely. I thought she was going to UCLA. Somebody told me. If you're talking about Jersey, every time I picture Jersey, I'm like, you just look like UCLA could really next year. It would be your team. You really should be over there. I never saw that South Carolina. I'm gonna be honest. I just don't see it. I just really think she should be over at UCLA. I'm not gonna lie. If you really want to know my true thoughts, that's what I think. Yeah, those teams pick really good recruits. Jersey loves Flau'jae. Maybe she'll pick. Okay. But Mr. Fonte ain't gonna be there. Baton Rouge. Tahina is a Cali girl. She was a good fit. Yes, and Destiny Littleton was a Cali girl that played for you guys. But Destiny left. But Destiny, Tahina came over from Oregon. And originally she was on the West Coast coming from San Diego. And Tahina saw it's like when if I'm a manager and I'm hiring a supervisor, or an executive hiring a manager, she knew from watching that game that they lost against Iowa what they needed, and they needed they needed what she could offer. That's why that was such a perfect fit. Okay, that's why for me that was a really perfect fit for Tahina. How many yards y'all want in BR? What is BR? Baton Rouge? Oh, Baton Rouge. I know. How many yards y'all want? Oh, Jill, you girl, you read in the comments late. I am, huh? Okay. All right, let me hurry up. Wasu transfer to South. Yeah, Wasu she can transfer to South Carolina. UConn has no choice. The Big East is not as tough as the '90s big girl team. Their team, many add. It's like taller, 6'1", they don't want her. Ain't been a minute. Kyrie, y'all gotta play an all guard lineup jersey at the 5 at this rate. That's why I know. Why would she go there? Why did Ayana Moore leave Vandy for Notre Dame? Oh, I noticed that when they said that Moore, that was for why didn't Camille leave? It was like Miles leaving Notre Dame. And, LSU shot gone for one of the big O's, 6'3". I think they tried. MK Lay will be gone in 2027. Jersey will be all right. But, girl, if she comes, then she comes. If she don't, I don't even care. Well, she exactly 3-4 guards. You know what's interesting right now? Texas, LSU, South Carolina leads the country and Phil goes. Who does? Texas, LSU, South Carolina. Okay. That's interesting. That's a lot of guards. We lose them. But see, listen, you guys got to understand something, and you can disagree with me if you want. The game is no longer that traditional big post game. Some people like Dawn are going to want to stick to that, and you know, but then they're also leaning towards. She's also probably leaning towards wanting to come with some guards and some speed and all that. But this game is becoming positionless. I don't care about no big ass people no more like that. It's good to have if they can rebound, but the game is becoming positionless fast. Um, if you notice with the Oklahoma and the UCLA, they had to take both Beard and Betts off the court and let them go at it. It was too fast for them. I mean, it's becoming so instinct. I feel bad that if you can't shoot from the outside, that's why Lauren is Betts is trying to be more agile, trying to. That's why Brittany Griner don't start no more. She not old like that. She can't keep up with the pace of the game. We losing Flage, Joyner. Oh, I like Joyner. KG and Izzy. Pray for KG. She's Coach Moki asked for prayers. She's got some personal family issues going on right now. She has to step away from the team. And I feel for her. My heart goes out to her. I said a prayer when she said it, and I always think about her because I really like KG Gilbert. And I hate when things like that go on, and poor kid, like just trying to live her life, has this opportunity, and she has to step away, But family first. But Izzy, girl, this show you'll still have Lay, MK, but they'll only be there for a year. You got Jada, shoot, you got Takaya Johnson, you got freaking Takaya Johnson, you got Bella Hines. What you talking about? Jada Richard, you got Grace Knox, Barrage, Koval. They ain't hurt. LSU gonna be still good. Please, you saying you other guards just for show? Nah. Them other guards are good. You still go for jersey, collect as much talent as possible. That's what K. Val is their best tall player. I think they got another tall player too, if I'm not mistaken. Jersey. I don't know why the LSU people aren't speaking up and breaking what you got down here in this chat. Jersey for sure was Showtime. You're right. We need a big. Oh, whatever. South Carolina probably need Jersey more this year. Right. Let me see if somebody's coming to my door. They are late. Where are those guys at? They better come before I leave. You think Cobalt is as good as Betts? No, they should be good next year. SC not getting Jersey. I don't think so, but I don't know. I don't feel it. I don't know. Because I was thinking like Jersey would have said it by now. What is the hold up? Is it the money? What is it? Are you sure about the one loose? She's inconsistent at times. Talking to you, Tulip, Cobalt stealing is as good as Betts. That's just facts. It is. I hope it is. Alicia, I like Trigger over there at North Carolina State if they would use her more. Ellis leads the country at 3 point per game in percentage and bench points, so the potential is there. It is there. It is. I agree. I agree. And Lay is over there. Yeah, yeah. All right. ADR has recovered mentally from last year. Good for her. Did she? Because she was complaining she wasn't getting no time at Vandy. Big Four has been your best player this season too, but her mama talks too much, so she'll never get that love again from LSU. Oh no! Oh, not the mama talks too much. London says she's not short. Her legs are not long. That's right. That's right, Lundeezy. That's my girl. Cause she's short enough. Don't play like she's short to me. We don't have a problem with Flage's mom. She's a senior. We knew about Big Four's mama, but that don't affect our love. Good. I'm not a fan of her mom. Ooh, big girl. Chicago cheater, you might not. I know. Oh, I know. I have a problem with Flage and her mama. She one of the reasons we didn't get back to the Final Four. Oh, 2024, really? Sports One, that's a hot take. AZ is not a first pick in my opinion. I've already said that. Sports Lover, what's happening? My first pick is our fam from Spain. That's my first pick. I think AZ would be just fine with Cheryl Reeves. Okay, that's you heard it here. Dallas got the first pick. I don't. And the only reason why AZ and Paige will work well together because they played together. They got the chemistry and stuff like that. But I don't think you need that. You got some guards over there. I think what we need is what Dallas needs is our fam. I don't think she's been the best player. I think MK and Wally are. Okay, now at least y'all are honest. MK been too good this season. MK was second behind Juju as the number two recruit in the nation. I hope she gets back to that form. That's all I ask because MK was my girl. I think she's played better than both ends. There's not much in it though. All three good. Yeah, it's not true. Tulip, true. Kaz, I've been thinking Vandy needed more to stay. So yeah, this could be now to Michaela too. She's not a type of player they can do it all like that. Do you think LSU will win the tournament, the SEC tournament? Yeah, they can. They have just as good a chance as anybody else. No, but they can make the Final Four. HBU, LSU will win the tourney. We're sure as hell better than SC this year, and our play will give UConn work. Koval fits better with LSU. Yeah, she does. I think so. She looks happier. She's playing better. Money is the holdup, Juju. Ever since Chavez closed that 1 million shit though. Yeah. Thank you. I was waiting for somebody to say that. I'm telling you. Maybe she's good with either one of those schools, but who's going to give her the money? And Kim already said she's not coming out no 1 million. I don't think South Carolina got 1 million. So look, Jersey, you gotta choose something, honey. Like, what are you doing? And we damn sure not gonna kill our budget to get. We got Tanaya Hall and Taya Fagan and Juju and Jazzy and Kenny. I can't. You know, can't be draining my pockets trying to get you home, girl. You got to get that on the brand side. I mean, we can hook you up with some commercials, some Hollywood stuff. We got you on that. We go. I mean, there's other ways to get it, but and then you got the collectives. You know, you got the collectives. If they bet on you, but when they're looking at hell, we already got enough star-studded talent. You feel me? So we couldn't go after her, even though like she's always at a game. That she played for Sierra Canyon. She Juju's little sis. Like we get it, but what the hell? I wonder if LSU gave Lay $1 million. Do they have the money? I mean, she's more proven than Chavez would have been to give it. I think they gave her some money. I know they gave her some money. I know they gave her some money. And she said, "Hell yeah, I'll sit the bench for $1 million." Shit. I always believe that players are trying to receive as much money as possible. I think it's that. I think that's really what's holding up Jersey. Yeah, Chicago. Yeah, I really think that's what's holding it up too. Every time I look at Chavez play, it's all I think about. Wait, oh shoot! Every time I look at Chavez play, it's all I think about. And if her game worth the price, it's funny because greater freshmen never did what these girls now do. I know, and it bothers me that I keep looking at her like this is what we paid for. Like that's I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that to her. I don't want to do that to her. Chasing money doesn't always equate to winning, right? Or being the right fit. Um, it is, but you're confident they will or hopeful. I think so too. Chicago, it really does. Miles Garrett chose money, and now he's stuck on a trash ground. Ooh, yeah, yeah. Well, you're hoping that in college, you got that juju effect where I want to go play with her, or I want to go play for South Carolina, in South Carolina. She's a great coach, or Gino and his dynasties. You're hoping that money, along with you know proven success or game winners or talent, is that you're coming to be a part of a talented crew. Money is important as well, but at the end of the day, like it got to be the right fit. It got to be the right school, the right program, uh, players that you're playing with. You know, give me $1 million and I look around and it's like I do not fit here. That's not gonna make me happy. She don't have uh, the way Chavez would do. Let's be real. It's risky if you pay and if the player does not translate to the college game and goes bust. This is wild, right? Jude, Irene is the only center left in the top 80 who hasn't committed. I guess LG will get a big from the portal then. I don't know if there's somebody left because you told me about Sydney Bryant and she committed. I think 6'5", 6'4" Satya is enough to keep the kid 6'5". If the kid wants to continue to stay, it's just a style of play that we play that we can't have a lumbering center holding us up because they'll never make it up and we'll be up and back before they even get to half court for next year. Miss D's definitely has the NIL pay jersey if that's what it comes down. You got to collect it. The school can pay too. Look how much media attention she got compared to Jersey. Yeah, so why would Jersey get $1 million if Chavez is like, had the media's attention? I think. Oh, you think Irene committed? Well, Shu said he thinks Irene committed. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Now, will some of the girls at Mark Campbell's camp, TCU, because I heard he's got a lot of bigs out there. Will he be losing some of those players to the portal? since we really want these bigs, it appears you guys are saying. Um, I really didn't think too much about having a 6'6" body that really does anything but just does the little things, kind of like my girl Clarice. Like that's all we need is a player like that. But we needed her because we needed her body up against Lauren Betts, and she did exactly what we needed her to do and more. So, for that reason alone. But there really isn't. Only person that's really big in the Big Ten is Gracie Merkel, and poor little thing couldn't even get up. She couldn't even get up. She couldn't even lay on our big because we didn't play a slow down game for her. So she was really had to get pulled out of the game because she was ineffective. Drew I don't want Ty to have to bang with Oldacre. Is Oldacre going to be there? Big, for example, just an option for 10 minutes a game and our rebounding. We should transfer a legit 200 and something pounder, not just 200. Yeah, I like Trigger. I like Trigger. She's got a nice shot too. I like Trigger. They market her as Hispanic. That's just smart marketing. Why for the culture, Kyrie? You think it's smart because of for cultural reasons? Isn't she Hispanic? Talking about Chavez, she's Hispanic. Texas Tech got money. They got a softball player $1 million, million and a half maybe. That softball was so good last year. Okay, in 20 minutes he'll be here about 11. Mexican? Okay, same thing, but definitely like what's Mexican. Yeah. All right, people. What time is it? 10:40. It's almost 11. Um, I got some men coming to pick up some scrap metal. Get dressed, finished packing. So, all right, because I got to get on the road. She'll play for Team USA though. Who? Tula who? Tula who gonna play for? Yeah, Texas Tech is smart. I thought that she should have went there, but whatever. I will enjoy the game, and I hope you guys will also enjoy the game. And we sure as hell won't play that shit. I said I was shoot. That's what I said. I was like, you hell no, no, no. For what? Like for what? Chavez would have had to be for $1 million. She would have been consistently on the floor, and you already got too many guards. Like at least those guards are willing to slice their time up. I don't know that she would be willing to slice her time up. Oh, she wants to. Oh, under 19. Oh, for U19. Okay, I know, I know. I mean, I'm not. No, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying there's not a players out there or in the future or players that should get that much money. I'm not gonna say that. I'm always for growing the sport and upping the ante and money. But right now, you making more money than the WNBA rookies do. But god damn it, like wow, like come in smoking. You know what I'm saying? Like come in smoking. And I don't want and I mean smoking against ranked teams too. All right, that's why Juju's a standard and Sarah Strong. Like come in smoking, consistent. Eesh. All right, y'all. All right, I'm gonna get up on out of here. Well, shoot, you better not be no stranger. Hit that notification bell, everybody. Hit that notification bell, will ya? Hit that notification bell. Hit that subscribe. Share with a friend. Hit the like before you go out. You guys are really good at that because I can tell how many people I've been talking to, and I can tell when I leave that you guys are hitting that. But don't forget, don't be lazy. You can always go back into the YouTube channel and hit it if you're on your phone right now. But next time you're on your desktop, look for my channel and say, "Dang, I didn't hit that one. I didn't hit that one," and hit it. Trying to get in the algorithm, trying to get us some more people to join. I've got 28 new subscribers since joining in just a month, and that's fantastic. Uh, just got to get up here a little bit more, do little shorts, do my thing. And thank you for the safe travels because that's what I'm going to need. Pray that it ain't on Dick. Everybody don't want to go to Vegas for the holidays because I really don't want to have to charge my car every hour. Okay. All right. Yeah, I got to go meet him now outside. So, but thank you guys for joining me. And I hope you guys have, if I don't get to talk to you before Thanksgiving, have a wonderful, safe Thanksgiving. Don't argue with your family. Don't talk about politics, sports, or religion. Love you. Peace. I'm out.